This is problem 138 from your trig packet. Similar to the previous two problems, except for now we have something that's not on the unit circle. We got 9/22 for a side length. That's going to cause us a little bit of issue, but we're going to solve it the same way by saying theta equals sine inverse of 9/22. Except this time, I'm going to rearrange this so that I can basically draw a triangle in the first quadrant and then find out what cosine would be. So I'm going to take the sine of each side here, and if I take the sine of each side, I end up with sine theta equals, sine cancels sine inverse, so I end up with just sine theta equals 9/22. I'm now going to draw this triangle. Theta here. If I have sine theta equals 9/22, this would be 9, and this would be 22. I'm going to do the Pythagorean theorem. So I'm going to say that 22 squared minus 9 squared is equal to this a squared piece right here. So when I do 22 squared minus 9 squared, and then I do the square root, it's not going to come out even, so I'm probably just going to write root 403. So we're going to do that. This is root 403. So then I can write down what cosine theta is. Cosine theta is going to be root 403 over 22. And tan theta would be 9 over root 403. So I figured out the other two pieces to this triangle. I'm going to go back to this expression, and I'm going to write this as obviously 2 theta like we did before. And then I'm going to go ahead and write out what cosine 2 theta is. Well, cosine 2 theta, I can use one of the double angle formulas. Let's use the middle one again, and that would be 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. Well, I know cosine theta from what I just did with this triangle. It's root 403 over 22. So I'm going to say that that equals 2 times root 403 over 22 squared minus 1. So that's going to be 2 times 403 over, let's do 22 squared, get 484 minus 1. Get 2 times 403, that's 806 over 484 minus 1. Just for kicks, let's pull the calculator in. And 806 over 484 minus 1. Let's hit the math button, fraction. 161 over 242. So that means that cosine of 2 sine inverse 9 over 22 is equal to 161 over 242. Now this is still less than 1, which is the largest number you should get for cosine or sine on the unit circle, and it's still greater than -1. So makes sense for an answer.